Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome to another video on the channel. In this video today, I'm going to be showing you my latest updated new patch 442 meta custom tactics and player instructions. Are you fed up of getting out teamed on FIFA? Want that God squad that you've always dreamed of? Check out MMOEXP and use code ZEL at checkout for a 5% discount. Check out the link below. MMOEXP, the best place to buy coins. So here we are going to be showing you my custom tactics that I've updated recently. When we get new patches, sometimes it changes the game drastically, sometimes it doesn't really change the game much at all. I quite often tweak my tactics and mess around with them though to try fine tune them and make them as good as they can be. As I always do say with my tactics, by the way, don't feel like you have to use 100% exactly how I say. Some instructions and part of the tactics are more important than others, and I'll say that on them. But tactics aren't just always like just copy everything. You might want to copy everything and then tweak things to suit your team and how you want to play. So with the 4-4-2, it is a great balanced overall formation that you could pretty much use on any FIFA. There's not a FIFA where I think the 4-4-2 won't be one of the meta formations. Will it always be the best? Maybe not. It's not the best this year, but will it always be around top 5 and pretty viable? Most likely, in my opinion. The 4-4-2, we'll see it when we get to the custom tactics, just so good. This is the team I've been running with. Good team, but not insane at this point. So that is just what I use for chemistry there. I get asked sometimes why am I starting in 4-3-3 there. That is literally just to get the team chemistry to 33, get the players in the position. And then in game, I switch to, not that, I switch to this. I switch to my defensive. So I have 3 variations of the 4-4-2. In any given formation that I'm using, I have my ultra defensive and ultra attacking set up like this. My ultra attacking is always this and my ultra defensive that. But I only use the ultra defensive to see out a game or the ultra attacking to get back into a game later on if I'm losing. So these two are where I more vary. And like I say for this video, we're looking at the 4-4-2. 4-4-2, when we look at it, 2 flat banks of force in the flat bank of 4 defence, flat bank of 4 midfield, 2 strikers up front. Very versatile, very balanced, has a lot of good strengths about it. If it has a weakness, it's maybe that there's not really anyone linking the midfield and attack, but it doesn't really matter too much in this formation because the way I've got it set up, you make it so that one of the centre mids gets forward, gets involved, and by doing so, he kind of links the midfield and attack a lot more. Not having a CDM with the next 2 centre mids is a bit annoying at times, but getting 2 wingers that can stretch teams out wide, having 2 strikers, very good. When you defend it is a very good formation, very hard to break down, and it's pretty good at getting out the press, through balls out wide. So there's a lot of strengths in this formation. Like I say, its biggest strength probably just that it's pretty good all round, very balanced. It's a very good beginner formation for people on FIFA to get used to, I'd say. For the tactics, we're using balanced here, balanced with 45 width. You could potentially go to like 50 width or 40 width. I don't think any lower or higher really works. It's quite a compact, narrow formation in general, so I like playing the formation the way I've got it set up. Now, in terms of the depth's at 72. You might think that's quite high, but the reason it's set like that is when you put your depth to 72, the AI makes your defense do auto offside traps. If you've not seen that before, it might sound a bit bad, but honestly, it is pretty damn good, to be honest. It looks weird in game where your AI just step up, but they only really ever do it when it's safe to do so, and it's very hard for your opponent to deal with. It just randomly will seem to do it at times, but it'll only do it at a time where it's appropriate, when it's going to work, and by doing so, it's very hard for your opponent to attack and break you down. You do have to occasionally move your team a bit and switch to cover it occasionally, but what it does is worth it for the occasion it messes up. Build-up play, we have balanced. I don't really ever use anything but that. I use fast build-up for my ultra attacking where I'm just trying to get the ball and go forward straight away. But in general, balanced is what works. It doesn't change too much about how your players move, so it allows you to build up more yourself. Chance creation. Direct passing. Direct passing is really good because what it does on the game, it makes your team pin the opposition back, and by pinning the opposition back, you're allowed to by then kind of get close to the goal, passing to your striker, take a touch and score. It works very well in game. I would use balanced sometimes maybe to try out, but I think direct passing just has more strength. I only use forward runs in certain formations. The width, I would have above 50 in this formation. I think you want to utilise your wingers a lot. I think 55 width is okay. 60 width you could go as well. I wouldn't go too much higher. Players in box 6, you don't want to go too high in this formation because you don't want your midfielders to get too forward and leave too many gaps. In terms of the players you want for the formation, your 2 strikers just need to be like normal strikers. Your wingers need to be rapid. They need to be quick enough to get in behind. Valverde's doesn't really suit this formation, but it's just what I've got for the team right now. You want ideally though wingers who have good weak foot skills, can shoot when needed, quick. Defending's nice on them, but it's far from needed. Bale would be very good in this formation as a left mid if you have the SBC Bale. You centre mids. One of them who's going to be set to stay back needs to be quick and good at defending so he can cover the other midfielder. The other midfielder ideally is good going forward and very versatile all round. Both midfielders in this though. This is a formation that does need 2 good midfielders to make it work better. So ideally you want all rounders who can do a bit of everything. The defenders don't need to be good going forwards. The fullbacks, they just need to ideally be quick, good physically. And same with the centre backs, but good defending batters as well. Keeper's just a keeper. For the instructions, balanced mixed attack, stay forward on both the strikers. You want them staying forward. Even if you put comeback on defense, it doesn't do a lot, it just affects their stamina. You want them on stay forward though, so they actually stay forward to allow you to counter attack. Stay back while attacking on one of the centre mids. Cover centre because you want them to stay in the middle. Balanced on the other. Your more defensive minded one needs to be the one on stay back, because he needs to be able to cover and anchor the team when this one's going forward. So in this team, Tierney and Modric obviously is going to be the one I get to go forward. The wingers come back on defense, stay wide, get in behind, get into the box. So when you're defending, you want them to come back and help defend. They defend the wings, help your fullbacks. Stay wide, get in behind, get into the box. Basically means they hug the touchline, stretch teams, through balls out wide, allows for a lot of cutbacks. Same on both of them. Stay back on all the defenders. And then for the attacking version, we up the width a little bit because we're trying to get the ball back out wide more. We're upping the depth a lot. We're going press after possession loss, which basically means when we lose the ball, we're going to be pressing full out for 7 seconds. It's the Pep Guardiola rule. And then the width, we up slightly more because it matches our defensive style, which works with this. And then for the instructions, the only difference I've really made is put stay central on the strikers. Because I'm ideally trying to win the ball back a little bit quicker, I want the strikers, when I win the ball back, to be central and able to get in behind, trigger runs on them a bit more. And the rest of the instructions are honestly the exact same. Pretty similar, but it does play quite different in game because of how press after possession loss works. That does change your team and how it will play. So it's important that you're ready for that. Your team are going to be going crazy basically when you lose the ball. Like I said, the ultra attacking, ultra defensive, very situational. Don't often use them, but they're there if you do. 4-4-2 though, great balanced formation. Very simple and easy to use. Just make sure in the formation use the wingers, use the pace to stretch teams, and that's going to allow for a lot of cutbacks. But honestly, fun formation. You'll be able to get a lot out of it. Let me know in the comments what you think of the formation and the tactics if you do try them out. Let me know what your favourite formations are right now. I appreciate you guys. I hope you're enjoying the content lately. As always, keep it spicy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.